Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Hitman Bingo 2 match, Providence event. We have another winners bracket round 1, I believe, today, and I'm joined by InForFun. Our admin, how you doing, InForFun? Let's hope not. Yeah, I'm doing good, and hope our players are doing well too. We have a lockout to start off with. Could be our first lockout. Oh, and of course, undefeated. My bad. Good. 1 second. I'll add this. We're just talking about how amazing everybody is. Right, I think this should be okay.
Let's see.
Oh, double up by me, or even louder. It's good now. I don't know why it wasn't picking up first, but looks good. Yeah,
I think it's my fault, sorry, for the stream pack, because I didn't learn the OBS sound settings, so I used the old ways. Okay.
Oh, no worries. I should be used to the old ways as well. And yeah, Yoshi pointing out that the icon isn't working at the moment for Commander Ike, but everybody knows that iconic blue logo.
I'm sure totally had an idea about his profile picture.
If anybody really wants to know his nationality, it's US. Yeah, 5 seconds away. Very last minute, to be fair, but we're all set up and we're first board. I was going to say, do you want to read it out? But that would be a long one.
I love it. Like, it's all the casters are doing this, some unknowingly, some as a joke.
Yeah, but any lines just straight out the gate? It's hard to say. This is lockout, so you'd want to be getting the easy ones first.
Don't do the mistake that Chris and I did last night. We talked about the potent lines, and then we found out that it's lockout, and Ike already starting with a non-suit start, so sadly it's...
I already like move the timber log, become a mansion guard, collect the construction brochure. A few of those are very close to each other, I believe. At least the construction brochure, I assume, is near the construction area. Yeah, there's a few. Even the gate on the mansion. There's some really nice ones that you're going to end up going past.
Oh, and I had a 363 storyline, like I can't toggle tiles from the admin page. I need to go to the personal page, but
Yeah, I wouldn't even
we're gonna
begin
work
to
it out.
understand the Hitman bingo admin page. It's already tough enough with just 2 conditions, and then we have 25 and 2 streams to keep track of. Yeah, Randy is going for, I always call him Randy, I don't know why, but going for the stove
And it's
and the
fine.
meaty bones. And he rips, unfortunately, very early on.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit unfortunate if I have to keep claiming and unclaiming the same mansion staff tile. Ike has to restart. Start in his suit.
Yeah, unfortunate for Ike there.
I hope. I mean, Randy's side is usually easier to understand than an admin. He doesn't get into trouble usually, so
I have to
just
say,
goes through.
I never would have, although I should know, I never considered that cave keycard there.
I honestly missed it with my eye. Like, I suppose it's behind or next to the engineer, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I honestly just never had a reason to really look out for one, but that's really good to know and good knowledge by a random person to know that that was there and did get a meaty bone on the way, so that's another half tile right beneath it, ready to go.
Just going to check it with my eyes, but yeah, it's towards the edge there. It's a nice first tile. I mean, you cannot do anything with Ike, sadly, as he's just started with a non-suit start.
Yeah, hopefully Ike realizes soon enough. But in the meanwhile, what other tiles are you looking at? He's going to be wondering why the buttons are bouncing back at him as he collects that
Yeah.
mansion card.
Oh my god, I will think of the tiles very quickly. As I see Randy become the band member, so that's number 2. I'm sorry, Ike, but I have to keep unclaiming these because these aren't claimed legally.
Yeah, and Ike isn't getting the message, unfortunately. The tiles aren't being accepted, which would make you want to question,
Yeah.
maybe I should check to see if something's wrong.
Of course I'm letting you know, Yoshi. Yeah, DMs are very hot at the moment. Sadly, no moves there. I like the meaty bone style. I think there are enough items to lure.
Yeah, there's a
To
few.
lure Hippo with.
Yeah, I agree, and I'm trying to keep an eye out on any other ones that might be like good to get. Yeah, even next to the hippo, there's a column to drop. There's a few around there, so I'm really interested to see what ones they. If I can get in quickly, I'd like to see what ones they kind of fight over.
Yeah, exactly. Not sure if you watched the Yanni versus Mika. This was a really, really impressive race, but
Oh, amazing!
Mika had the lead all the way through and just it's very unfortunate for Yanni.
Seems like Ike is finally realizing, or his controller died.
Mm. Yeah, no responses on my end, sadly.
At least the grass is moving on the screen, so we know it's not a crash, and he is back.
Yeah, right.
But he ain't
How many
restarting.
crashes can we get? So Randy got 2 tiles and got the usual Andre isolation and kill at 2.5 minute mark. So far, so good for him. There's a faucet, which I don't think is a tile. There are more key cards, like the Botany Lab key card. But it's, of course, the other end of the map. Could be getting screwdrivers, which is the bottom corner.
Yeah, definitely a good one
It's
to
3
go
of
for.
them.
It was fun to hear Randy's tiny bit of commentary as well. Or is it Ike? It's actually Ike, I think. Not too sure.
And here, Ike currently.
If I
Ren
remember.
definitely has his mic on, and I've heard Ike as well before, so
Hmm.
it could be both of them.
Yeah, hard to say. Oh, it is actually random person commentating. I love it.
There's the lead plan.
Finally, and onto the suit. I hope there it is. Yeah, Random's about to get 2 more tiles. Like I was saying earlier, there's 2 right next to each other here: Mansion Guard and the Timber Log. This is a really good location for him. And the meaty bone will just be up ahead, and even the column for the pillar. So that lines up nicely for Random.
Lots of hippo tiles can be done soon enough, as Ike will be loading in. And if he goes towards the mansion stuff I mentioned, there will be some quick tiles to get. Just Randy needs to get
Yeah,
to the hippo area and claim a few more.
Randy even went for a body shot there. I don't know if you saw it, onto the construction workers, and they're already over their panic. They just took it to the chest and kept working.
Hardworking people there.
Yeah. Oh, I'd never liked this knockout. I don't know why. And is that the brochure there?
Going to tell you very quickly because I'm not exactly familiar with the amount of Intel items, but I have it on the map that it's a construction equipment brochure.
Perfect, yeah. There's another tile for Random if he does go in and collect it. Which he doesn't.
No, sadly
Oh,
not. First, a frog though. He's on 1 and can get the brochure now.
yeah, very nice for Random. Remember to get a brochure. Am I crazy? Is there a tile there that's something related to the frog? Or are they going to use that for a kill?
Collect 2 frogs is in the third row. So
Oh,
just
of
needs
course.
one from near the hippo area, and I think it should be fine. Or there's another one near here. I think he's going for crowbars instead. No, the second screwdriver.
Yeah, very nice. My brain was looking out for poisonous or lethal, but frogs was the only word not in my lexicon when I was scouring the board. But yeah, very nice, Random. Really well planned so far.
Yeah, could be said maybe that it's a little poisonous frog. Not sure why we went with frogs, but for once it's a short tile.
Yeah, I feel like frogs is adequate enough to be fair. It's
Luckily, this coordinate is not her, so it's going to be a nice quick isolation. And Randy will snatch dimension guard tile.
yeah, very nice. Meanwhile, Ike is kind of going for a. Oh my god! Oh, and I thought they got the green
Oh,
gun
so close
glitch,
there.
but they did get caught trespassing.
I must. Randy's yet to claim the mansion guard tile, but he's definitely won. Could get a frog here. Yep, it's in an instinct. Frog number 2.
Yeah, very nice. Random. Even if you miss that one, there'll probably be one up ahead for him by a little shed for Jorge, so he would have that option as well. But I think it resets if you just take like 10 steps away anyway. Thanks as well, Coates, for the raid.
Randy missing 2 kills. Now that he had 2 meaty bones, he could have used 1 to lure Rico there, but he's an just passing disguise and lots of ways to isolate and kill Rico anyway, even with default loadout, so no worries there.
Yeah, I never really think about it, but I would say Rico is probably one of the easiest targets to kill at like any time compared to Andrea and Jorge, who are very much like locked into get him at the house or get him near the shed kind of people. Whereas Rico, you can usually peekaboo or just throw propane at his feet.
Exactly.
Wow,
Randy noticing the faulty sound system, sound mechanics of this mansion, but
crazy.
good. All the reliable coins still are though.
Yeah, that lady from outside is going to come in though from that first coin, so have a bit of coin overlap perhaps, depending.
It's a white dot on the minimap that can be just a question mark. And yeah, not an enforcer, luckily.
Yeah, no tiles claimed yet for Ike. That's been a bit set back because of that beginning where they started as mansion staff, but still a lot of potential tiles to grab. Uh, Trying to think any really close to them that they could go for. Not too sure actually. I think the village has been pretty much ransacked by random in that first 2 minutes. We will get the
Looking at
knocker.
this coin. Yeah. Oh, that's the knocker. And that's Ike's first tile and cannot find anything on this to remove it. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think it was a good call
Yeah,
by Ike to not worry about Andrea and just get the tile because Andrea will still be there, but that tile might not be there in a couple of seconds because he doesn't know where his
exactly.
opponent is.
Yeah, the magic of lockout. You probably want to go for tiles instead and then just do something with targets after, but 3 target mission will add up. Very nice coin trail for Rico there. And that's Randy's second kill down.
I swear these players are just trying to make me slip. Ike picking up the 2 apricots had me thinking, but I'm 100% sure there is not an apricot
I
tile.
also need to, yeah, I always need to look at the actual tiles before saying anything.
Yeah, just
But the players luckily know.
yeah, let's hope so. Random did get the wind up tie just next to here. And Yoshi pointing out there's a lot of stoves here. I agree. A lot of potential for a tile here as well. For like I think they're looking for one right now. There's 10. Wow, how do you know that? That's
Yeah.
the impressive part. Those
And
hit
before it
maps.
has to be changed to interact with 4 stoves to make it fair.
Oh, you just checked. Okay, I thought it was retained knowledge. I would have been even more impressed. Still impressive nonetheless.
Randy's now become submarine crew, which itself is not a tile, but quickly looking through the tiles, the submarine control panel could be one that may be able to interact with. Fire extinguisher is always an option, but now it's a body that you don't want to be found.
Yeah, I don't like. I never liked that body there. Usually when there's some Jorge consume poison stuff, I suppose, but should be okay.
And the gas valves, of which I think there is only one, if you remember the very early. Oh, I mean, not many of us have played Hitman 2, like when it came out, but Santa Fortuna was advertised with a gas valve blow up on the guards, so it's in the cave somewhere.
Wow,
Randy remembers that.
I have no clue. There's the third screwdriver, I believe, for random.
Yeah, number 3. Thanks for showing it together.
And yeah, so random is on 8 tiles now, only 2 left, and 1 target. So looking pretty good. When it comes to the kill for Jorge, always interesting to see. I love seeing the approaches people come up with because a lot of ways to get him, but it can be scary. You might see a peekaboo. Also, I don't think I've ever seen somebody use that pipe that random just looked at.
It's kind of just there. It's an enforcer, Randy.
Oh no!
That's a full on restart. 11 minutes gone.
That must have been a glance to the other screen kind of rip.
Yeah, like what kind of tiles can I do still? And I think he was running towards that gas valve, which I was mentioning.
Yeah, that'd definitely be a good point. And yeah, those tiles won't be lost. Just have to reclaim them. Nobody can take them from you. But yeah, it gives Ike a bit of time to catch up now. They can get their other tiles. Only has one at the moment still. Does seem a tiny bit lost in the village. But still plenty
Yeah,
of
I
time to
wonder
catch
what.
up.
There are still some tiles in the village. Collect 2 coconuts. I'm not sure if you mentioned gate key can be found here. It's probably not it. But I think that's about it. I can't really remember the cowboy bust. Where that one might be.
Yeah, that's beyond me, the cowboy bust. If I had to guess where it was, I'd probably say it's in um Rico's mansion, maybe downstairs, like in the interrogation room or upstairs in the bedroom. Yeah, in the bedroom. Usually just confirmed. Nice.
Yeah, I just looked it up as well in case. We've seen Randy get 2 tiles before the Andrea kill, and I think that will be the same here as well. The band member. In just a couple of seconds, we'll be up for Randy, and then we can get an isolate Andrea.
Yeah, it shouldn't be anything too crazy for Randy for the next couple of minutes, especially after the Andrea call. But yeah, they're getting their tiles pretty quickly back. But yeah, very nice tiles claimed in the village straight away from Randy the first time round, which makes this routing back where they ripped a lot easier for them.
Yeah, I think it will be a more optimized run / route. Still a good 7-8 minutes until we get back to those 8 tiles, but now he knows what to do and how to do it.
And yeah, worth noting as well, once they get the gas valve, they technically will have 9, but they are doing 10 because nobody has still claimed that become a mansion guard. Because I think both players at some point are going to become one. Ike very likely will. Looks like they're going for the frogs right now, but fortunately they won't be able to get that tile.
Would be impressive if Ike somehow got the mansion guard before Randy gets it in about 3-4 minutes. Could make it just a bit more interesting for this map.
Yeah, and Randy even has an earlier opportunity to get it because of the fact when they shoot the timber log, there's one lying on the ground right next to him, but seems to be lost in the bushes for a lot of players because it is a hard one to think of, and they get one about 60 seconds later anyway by the hippo area that we saw when they did
Yeah.
the cover subdue.
Yeah, curious to see how Randy divers from his previous route. There's no real reason to do anything major differently. You can still see that Randy already retook the lead in terms of tiles claimed, like still on 1, although making his way into the Coca field, but Randy is now on 2 again.
And yeah, I'm trying to imagine what tiles would give like a bit of ease trying to catch up, but there's a good few and they are pretty spread out. But I feel like the mansion and the drug area is probably the best place to go, and it looks like Ike is going to do that. Could be a good call because the village, like I said earlier, is pretty much ransacked in terms of any tiles you can get because Randy was there so quickly.
Yeah, the remaining tiles are either mansion or Coca field, I feel. That's a second frog for Ike, but he cannot click it.
Yeah,
He's
unfortunate.
pausing it, but
Looks
just
like an
needs to keep going.
advertisement for the Hitman Bingo 2 rulebook right now.
Yeah, the red outline means that it is claimed. It's just, I mean, it is in Randy's territory, but it's not claimed in this current round. Randy's aiming slash.
I don't like
I
it.
thought he would shoot the frog, but no, he just needs to get there. And the frog is proxy triggered, so no worries about that.
And yeah, should definitely just claim or get the frog when they're in the real disguise to be here. No point in doing any body shots or anything.
Exactly. Little change for Randy because of the timings, I think. The construction worker wasn't in this box slash house, so we needed to lure him inside.
I do not like that. I don't like it at all. There's a window there as well. There's a construction person looking here. Oh my.
That's so lucky because, of course, the door opens a bit before the construction worker leaves, and somehow that outside worker didn't see anything. Really impressive there.
Yeah, nice grab from Random, and they're going to get this frog, hopefully. Let's get it.
Frog number 1. Equipment brochure.
Fire extinguisher there as well. I think Random may have spotted, but might opt to go for the one that's in the case instead. Never mind. Good spot.
Oh, it's going to be a quicker way to do that. Don't need to carry it towards the caves, and of course nobody exposed around here.
Exactly, yeah. Good spot for Random. Remember to get the screwdriver as well. They're going to get that third one very soon as well. I remember where they got the third one. I want to say obviously in the cave somewhere, but I can't recall exactly where. Oh, I do. By the pipe, I said. I don't think I've anybody seen climbed up before.
Yeah, the elusive pipe.
Yeah, meaty bone. They got to pick up here. I see Juanzi asking, "What is this?" I assume you mean the whole game mode in general, but yeah, it's a race to the 10 tiles right now, lockout. So if somebody claims a tile, the other person can never claim it. But you have to finish a run with all 10 and all the targets dead, SA. And you have to start in suit.
Randy making more progress, reclaiming the tiles that he had from previous run. Still not becoming a mention guard, at least in terms of tile claimed, but getting that second frog and a crowbar, but I think it's just to drop this pillar in a silent
Ooh.
way. Now I don't trust that.
No.
It might be lethal for the Hippo Whisperer.
Yeah, that won't be good for the Hippo Whisperer's health if he drops that killer preemptively. Still worth pointing out, nobody getting that mansion guard. Literally 10 tiles technically have been claimed throughout the 10 that Random has done, but nobody's spotting it. And that is camera spotted as well, which is annoying since you're not going to be heading back to Andrea.
Yep, and the alternate way to delete the evidence is in the Vanisher's office with 2 NPCs, at least 1 enforcer in a very tiny area, so gotta be careful about it.
It's a really scary room. Seeing people ripping there time and time again. Wow.
And then Randy, the greatest coin magician in the community.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Second only to Meme, perhaps, but both of them are really impressive with this one. And just needs to wait out that made nice awareness and could be another kill number 2.
And Ike having some internet issues, but gets straight back in, thankfully.
Back in it, nice. Really hard for me to say what tiles could Ike get around here. I think that's his main problem, is that there's just nothing left to do here. Needs to go to the caves at least.
Yeah, I agree. I think Ike was on the right track by heading over to the drug lab area and going to the mansion because that is where most of the tiles are at this point. Even underground, there's a good few that still haven't been claimed. But circuit board, they were not too far away from when they went over to went through the actual jungle area, which they might be heading back to again. So I get 1 or 2 there.
And now Ike is making his way to, back to the jungle, just the other direction. As Randy will now drop the pillar. And that puts him at 8 claimed tiles and the wind-up toy, as well as a screwdriver unclaimed. So at this point, he cannot claim any other tiles.
Yeah, kind of unfortunate for random because it does call. Well, I suppose it got away with the pillar, but they would have to do those other two regardless. But yeah, at least they got away with the pillar in a safe manner.
Yeah, and I think through the secret door, he will make his way back down to the caves.
Oh, I think they're looking for a screwdriver to save the trip down, but the wind-up toy is gonna require a trip anyway.
Yep.
Random is getting every single door locked on him.
And he has the lockpick, so it's not the end of the world, but of course it's a suspicious action.
Oh, these cameras, I keep forgetting the cameras are going to be an issue for random. This is a really scary moment in my opinion. I would not shoot them.
I was so worried about the Vanisher turning towards the guard to start the proxy conversation, but Randy is fine, he's back to green, and I could get
Ooh.
another tile, because that is the collect the circuit board on the bottom row.
Yeah, another tile you see claimed often, but when the opportunity arises, it's a really good one to get.
Nicely done. It's now 8-2 once I clicks it.
Oh, look at this timing for random. Wonder if they'll be able to get this kill off.
Yeah, I'm really wondering, without a peekaboo, how do you do this? You can shoot the window, then throw a little melee item through it.
Also, not trespassing, so if they could get in quickly. Oh my god, random! Why would you even do that? You had literally killing me.
The area being investigated is a really scary action, but dodged that enforcer for a bit.
Oh, and I don't know if they're gonna have enough time. I think Jorge's gonna leave really soon. And also, this room is so bad for getting spotted.
Oh boy, that's a full whoosh. That's found trespassing. Need to choose something. No one cares. No one hears outside. He can see the whoosh. Someone is there. And I just really hope that the
Oh my god, really
guards
nice.
outside don't hear it, but that's green
Well,
guns for some random person.
the leg shot to get Jorge on the ground so he didn't get spotted through the windows. Honestly, like spark of genius in the moment. And a screwdriver, because why not?
That was really impressive. Tile number 9, the last kill done. Just needs the wind up toy or any other tile.
Yeah, I was gonna say, although I should know this, random can do another unique tile if he wants to, correct?
He would need to claim the wind up toy, unclaim it, so click it twice, basically, and then he would have the ability to click a 10th tile, a new 10th tile. In the admin chat, there have been some really short-term changes to push through, and this would be one of them as well. Like we did say it yesterday, but just didn't make it quite official. So
Yeah, to be fair, it's hard to show that you technically own the tile, but also you don't have to own it in one icon. So I understand that. Yeah, they did a pretty nice tile, I have to say. The lab botany card, or the botany lab even, it was a good tile to get. And random's on. They're going to run to the exit. No cameras to worry about.
yeah, if I want to be so for extra, oh my god, how to say this one? The wind up toy should be removed there, but of course it doesn't matter because we have a 10-2 race and there's the finish, but
Yeah, it's
no
understandable.
worries there.
We'll let it slide this one time, Randy. Yeah, I'd love to see how quick Random would have got out on that first attempt. He had a really unfortunate rip, and I literally just think it was a moment looking away, or like your mind is drifting just for a moment as you look at something.
Very nice second run for sure. And this gives him the first map, and we are going to Sapienza for a non-lockout game mode. Just a lot to type out, but we are getting there. And we can do Uh, 36 past the hour.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
For our second map, and potentially the last one if Randy takes this.
Yeah. It'll be an interesting one for sure. Santa is one of the longest maps in terms of bingo, I would say. So definitely a tough one. And I think we were hitting about 20 minutes probably just on that one, maybe just getting into 25 minutes. But nonetheless, this should be usually a little bit quicker, I would say. Well, that's not even true. Actually, I think it could be the opposite. Sometimes you see lockout games just so quickly end because if you get an advantage, it's really powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Sapienza is a really fun map. I'm pretty sure some people claim it's one of the best maps in the trilogy due to its size and its locations and contracts and the main mission as well. Just so many options. Really great map.
Randy, no, Curry is his name, has asked us to refresh the overlay.
Oh, of course.
So I think it's for.
The images. Hey.
Imagine it's something entirely different, but
Yeah, big up to Curry. Yeah, now we know what the iconic blue logo looks like for Ike. I've seen it so many times.
yep, and probably an iconic map for bingo, hopefully. I mean, I think the main plan here is to just go for lines and tiles which are inside the mansion.
Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of interactions in the mansion. A lot of items. So many rooms. It's actually crazy how many rooms are in that mansion. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see. The issue with sometimes is with bingo, of course, is you could have the most beautiful 9 tiles, and that one in the corner that connects those 2 lines could be collect the old axe or the battle axe or something, or throw the old axe into the boat or something, and then they're like, oh, maybe I'll tactically pick a different line that collects those mansion ones instead. Luckily, Yoshi said battle axe is not a tile. But yeah, Ike does have to win this to get to the decider. And I believe this is a winner's bracket. So it won't be the end of their journey, but we'll be moving down the loser of this match.
Nicely wrapping up winners bracket round 1. I wanna say it's the second to last match. No, third to last, because Crudy and Pajero will be playing tomorrow, but we should have back-to-back or almost back-to-back round 1 matches with Randy versus Ike, followed by 420 versus Yoshi. And then just one more round 1 match to go, and then of course the loose bracket will begin as well.
Yeah, really fast planning from everybody. Really nice past couple of days. The bingo matches everybody's been playing, and some great games. And even Random giving us just such a cool moment with that Jorge kill. Love to see that.
Yeah, it's really impressive there for sure. 1 more minute, and Ike is in Sapienza now as well, of course. Randy for a long time. They have the right loadout, the suit start. Let's make this happen.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. You had to pick controversial question. Favorite tile in Sapienza? I honestly don't.
From the 81. Well, let me just look up the database. Well, my favorite become tiles.
There's so many.
I might be able to come up with something soon enough. I like the Pacify Someone with the piano tiles. It's mostly in season 1, but the whole, it's a long Pacify, but takes 2 steps, but very entertaining when you pull it off.
Yeah, it's a really nice one. And even Yoshi says chairlift is a nice one.
Chairlift is good.
Oh, and we have our tiles, and let's see what we got. I already see a lot of become tiles. I see Bohemian, Mansion Security, Store Clerk, Roberto, Cyclist, Red Plumber, Housekeeper. There's like 7, I think, altogether.
Yep, and not all of them are ideal. So if you imagine become the cyclist, become the red plumber. Those are some long and hard disguises. So
Yeah.
the fourth column wouldn't be as nice.
And I was literally about to say what Yoshi said. I agree row 3 was nice. I was going to say even column 3 looks nice. I think the plus symbol on the board would be really good to go for, but of course there's so many options on this. I do think row 3 is one of the nicest lines I've spotted so far, thanks to Yoshi.
Chef, nice amputation knife. Depends on where the shovel is, but I think it's outside the kitchen.
I
If
believe
it's
so as
outside the
well. Yeah, I
kitchen.
think it's by the box. I hope. Otherwise, that's a shovel by crowbar. So yeah, very very nice row. And Ike is going to start in the tower, whereas Random is going to start in the ICA safe house. Random's about to get this chef, which is already a tile, one of the 7 or 8 become tiles.
And of course, a different mode, a different way to showcase the tiles being claimed. Of course, the chef can be claimed by either player, so it's a half tile, but still counts as one, of course, for Randy.
Oh, and fire extinguisher. Yeah, Random does spot it. Every time I point it out, it's like they go, oh. But yeah, 2 kitchen knives perhaps in this room as well. Random will probably have to come back here anyway. But oh, this is an interesting use of the.
Ooh,
This
this
can give
can
a
get you an insta compromise.
exactly. Yeah, what I was about to mention as well. I don't like it that much, but should be good.
It's nice mansion security.
Yeah, very nice mansion security.
And Ike taking his first tile as well, become the Bohemian. He could make it a very nice first column because chef and mansion security aren't too hard either.
Yeah, it looks like both players might be filling your fantasy of this piano pacification as well.
I didn't even look at the board. I was looking at the full list of tiles.
This is a lovely tile. It's such a what I say underused mechanic in the game, and I love to see it get its justice in bingo. So yeah, very nice for getting the first person. 3 tiles down already, which is pretty nice. And Ike is going to get the fire extinguisher as well.
Yeah, this is definitely a closer game so far. Ike's outside start and taking a bit longer to get going. He still give the edge to Randy, but now it's better. And Randy's not claiming the fire extinguisher. He could, by looking at the fact that Ike did it, just nice when the players help each other by claiming.
Yeah, I did notice that as well. Random was saying the mansion guard was just a bit of confusion on his part, but did think he was able to claim it, but just didn't.
Yeah, it's true. Ike's still in the tower, but 2 tiles already, and I think he could get 1 or 2 more. I would need to look at all 25, but he's kitchen assistant, but I don't think that's a tile.
And yeah, Random did claim Gardner as well there while that was happening. So half the tiles done. Technically, I guess half the tiles. I don't know if we're going to see one of those tiles at least is going to be not used in the 2 lines for Random. It's impossible to create 2 lines with the one so
Exactly.
far. So I'd imagine that they did just get Gardner, however, so maybe they're going for column 3 now and row 3 because the
Uh,
Bohemian's way too far away, I would assume.
Stole the fire extinguisher now from Ike, or took the inspiration. And now it's almost a full third row, which I think is still the easiest.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the fact that he pacified someone with a shovel and became a gardener, just wanted to claim both and then see where it gets him.
Yeah, I agree. I personally think, yeah, Random's definitely going to be going for a row 3, column 3 because those tiles have been the most fresh. And I just think the piano and security were good, but Bohemian might just be a bit too long of a trek because I feel like they can do the rest of the tiles in this house now, or at least on the grounds, maybe in the lab even. I'm not sure where all the wrenches are, but I'm sure they're very close.
Trying to look at the remaining tiles if there's anything food or kitchen related. I think Randy just wanted to wait out Silvio's cycle. Good thing about the targets here is that it's Frenny's. Both of them are timeless. Frenny, you can just throw the poison at her, or throw the poison at some place on her route. She'll always die, and then of course the the panel, you can always shoot for Silvio for a quick ISO.
Yeah, I agree. Franny definitely has to be one of the easiest kills for the trilogy because of that consume poison. Literally a tailored weapon for her DNA. Definitely see both players use it. You could use propane as well, but why even bother when the like you said, the boat poison is just completely timeless.
Randy double checking his inventory and got the second kitchen knife ages ago, but now he can claim it.
I swear, Random's listening in to me. So he gets the propane and then goes to kill Franny with it. As I give all the reasons why.
Randy is a known stream sniper / cheater in this community, one of the worst people I've ever known.
Yeah, give us a little camera wiggle if you're listening, Random.
Blink twice.
He wiggles, I'll actually scream, but oh, and a rip for Ike. I think they got spotted putting once say Chef Marcello is his name, into the box.
Yep, Ike wasn't crouching. I think that made a difference there. So Ike might not know or remember about the reset. I just do it for him.
Yeah,
I
definitely
would
good call.
just do it for him if I could. So back to his player page I go.
Scary for Random here. I don't, please don't. Don't. Just move. There's 3 dots, you're gonna get spotted.
That's gonna be so sketchy for those guards.
Oh my god.
My embeds start to break as well.
Oh, and there's a rip. Random got too quick of a knockout there onto the guards. That's always a popular choke point. They both stopped there before Roberto actually starts walking up to the observatory. So yeah, we're back to square one. Pretty much like the round just started. 10 minutes down, so not much of an advantage for either player, but they do have the knowledge from the previous run.
Yep, and Randy can almost do anything or everything in those 7-8 minutes. Nice GRB on Ike.
Yeah, I was about to say, so lucky they got away with that, but they did nonetheless. Ike will probably speed up a couple of things here. They can get the fire extinguisher really fast and get the guard, but looks like they forgot something up in the. I had to change back into suit, which is a interesting choice. Curious why.
I think it doesn't make a big difference at this point. He would be trespassing at this point anyway, and
oh, you're gonna die to the fire extinguisher. That's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate indeed.
And Random using at the exact same moment to get the mansion guard again. And mansion security even.
Another 2-in-1, just like Gardener Shovel.
Yeah, a bit of panic. Oh my god, Random running into an enforcer. Unfortunately. And that was I have to say Random's consistent in running into enforcers that I also don't spot till the last moment.
No, it's 2 maps, 2 enforcers.
Yeah, they're 2 for 2. But again, Ike loading in. Both players at least restarting at the same time. Never mind.
Full replan there.
Yeah. We catch what got changed there if anything got changed. That was so quick.
Back, yeah, you can see the starting location now, but I guess he likes the Bohemian. Honestly, though, I think Randy was looking towards the first column. So I guess might as well start with the Bohemian. It's a good choice there.
How did Random have such a good Bohemian grab, but he just got to discover Sapienza for entering that room for the first time? And he got Chameleon.
He's a long-time player, but new Wish on Steam. He bought the game there.
Okay.
Grinding Epic.
I was about to say this guy is consuming videos at a different rate to all of us other humans.
Randy would feel offended if you suggested that he practices in any way, be it just YouTube videos. But
yeah. Common day media. We're gonna see a different chef grab here. Be nice to see. Oh, a kitchen knife even.
It's not a lot of people know that it's become a chef and not the chef, and the other one is indeed in this ice cream shop, but I don't think it's ever gonna be viable, funny enough.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I think for the first time our game has, never mind, got blow up the fire extinguisher claimed by Ike. Let's say that first time we've seen both players, I think, on the same singular tile claimed. Been very back and forth until the restarts not too long ago. Yeah. Go back on their little path or route that they have. Wonder if we're going to see this fire extinguisher double knockout again for random.
Yeah, I was worried that it's not really consistent, but 2 for 2, and hopefully he can make it 3 for 3 after, of course, the chef grab.
And yeah, random even playing it safe. Doesn't box the chef in the little box on the left, I don't think. I think they go for the one inside the room, yeah. It's a little bit safer, but more of a drag. That's the price you pay, though.
I think this is chef in roulette, and I've never understood why it's chef, not mentioned chef,
Yeah, that's a good point.
official name, but can just do it, and Rennie doesn't have to drop the fire extinguisher to know that that was his second kitchen knife. Nicely claims it.
And yeah, decides I don't need to knock out both the guards. This one ain't going to go anywhere. The only scenario I'd be worried about that is if the observatory panel is shot late, like we saw with the bell and stuff. I don't know if it was it the fire extinguisher actually that was triggering the bell to make Roberto come down there, or is that just part of the cycle to go around there?
That's what I was thinking about, and I didn't remember any bell action, and Saber just never goes there naturally.
Yeah, that's interesting. It must have
So
been the fire extinguisher then that triggered it because I can't imagine any reason random would have shot it. Well, they're actually going to go for.
wow, this is new, but she always calls it in. She's too much of a VIP. If Randy were to go for the poison, it would make his life so much easier.
Oh, this is interesting.
Slate
Reverse.
lure might work,
Ooh.
but the other guard is coming back. Oh, Randy, ever the improviser.
Place the other coin, you can still get away with it, and you can turn the guard around.
The guard will look towards Randy now, so best he can do is the side room again.
Wow. Yeah, we're gonna see. Maybe I'd like to see a push pacify at least at the window. We deserve that.
That would be so nice, yeah.
Yes, do it. I don't know.
No? Oh, now it's
Oh,
just passing, but it's still gonna be green even if they get it.
oh,
Yeah, I think it's best to just restart.
yeah, I
And I
agree.
mean, not remembering the virus, I think everyone who has played in live events know that you can't really remember anything. That's we call roulette brain, and I think it extends to bingo too.
I love this panic from random.
Sadly, won't be able to get Chameleon with this grab, but maybe some other disguises.
Yeah, Ike is doing pretty well. Hasn't ripped in a while. Is over by the in the gardener area. I'm gonna turn the radio. That's just been used to get the gardener. And every action they do makes me look at the board, thinking that I'm like radio faucet.
Yeah, I told in the Stars forecast yesterday that roulette has broken me. Like if you go to Dartmoor and pick up a newspaper, like I'm just starting to think of tiles and lines.
This is a scary knockout, to be honest. Yeah, too many eyes around. Unfortunate for Ike.
Yeah, too much in the open, sadly.
Yeah, Sapienza causing a bit of trouble for both the players right now. They're gonna be soon approaching the halfway mark. I think it's what 22 and a half minutes would be the halfway mark.
Mhm.
But yeah, had a couple of unfortunate rips, to be honest. And
What
yeah,
even was, yeah, Randy's clip to the lure. I think he's going to do one less action just to get her to 2.5 minute mark.
Yeah, I think random's going to go a bit safer this time around. I think the coins are a good choice, but I don't think, um, myself included, didn't realize the instant trespassing to hop out that window. Otherwise, it was a really nice idea. But the guards were following Franny in, to be honest,
Yeah.
because she was awake.
Hmm.
So I don't think that would work regardless, unless we had some crazy finale to that idea he had.
We are, of course, going to have another match after this. I think it's best if we do it back to back, even if, I mean, realistically, his quickest Randy can finish is in 5-6 minutes, and that's almost perfect timing for the other match, but we may have some delays before 420 versus Yoshi, top of the hour.
Oh, here we go. Random just solving the issue by killing
Yeah.
Franny at the right timing.
Was worried if it's going to be a bit too close for comfort there, but
Ooh.
oh, that looks fine.
I was a bit worried the letter opener in hand would somehow cause a gun flash because it's an illegal item. But if anything, it would have just prolonged the time he had to escape. Now is Random going to go for the observatory? Yeah, that's both targets down.
Mm. And
Now,
more tiles to go to, which I think very easy. Amputation, I can mention security, and the other two just moderate, not too hard. Shovel and the piano.
I feel like Random is finding himself in a bit of a pickle now because the mansion security part of it has been kind of lost because of the speed. Starting to see the shovel picked up, however. I don't think the chef is here yet. Oh,
And that's funny. I didn't know how these security guards would react. Apparently, they separate. One goes to check the body.
it is surprising. Meanwhile, Ike is shooting some chandeliers as well in this hidden quarter of Sapienza.
Now, this is an exotic part of the map. It's at least 2 shandies. I didn't see the start, but if he's looking for a third one, then yeah, we're
Yeah,
good on that.
there's one tile left for Randy now, and the EMP or not the EMP, the virus. Well, that goes to show how driven into me it is now.
Yeah, true. The body was hidden, right? It's mentioned security on Randy's side, so even if the guard comes back, it's not going to be a problem.
I didn't quite catch it, Pidgey, but did Random almost run into another enforcer there again?
Tradition.
Here we go. This is still a scary tile because I do believe it's an illegal action. Oh, that was scary, the running away. Oh, this tile always gives me anxiety.
Feels so easy to get red guns from it, but luckily not. And that's 9 tiles, which make up for 2 full lines of 5.
Oh, I thought Random was going to run left and there was an enforcer on the corner. I can't handle it. I wouldn't be like this with most players, but they're 2 for 2 right now, so I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, we're going to see, what do you think, a stalactite shot or pistol snipe? It's hard to say with Randy's record.
Oh, the enforcer!
Oh.
For the 5th time this run. And I mean, I think at this point, Randy should count his winnings and
Yeah,
stop risking anything and just shoot the stalactite.
I told him I wanted to make a highlight video, but he's really milking it at this point.
His whole stream,
Yeah, just a
really.
bot of this match.
Mm. That's crazy. He can take, of course, any disguise. It's checking the non-trespassing biolab security, which will have enforcers as well. But
We're gonna get a pistol snipe.
oh my god,
This can go wrong because of the fact. Oh, never mind. First try.
that's incredible.
Yeah, very nice. The only issue that's scary about that half the time is triple shot panic, guards come over to you, you're in the location where the bubble was. Yeah, super nice from random there. And they're going to take the match. Pretty good timing as well. You have the next match starting very, very soon. Is 420 and Yoshi, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah, not much more to say other than that. But yeah, well played from Random. Had some really unfortunate rips. Same for Ike. Random had some really nice routes. But yeah, such unfortunate rips. The Random Enforcers. Like Chet said, just hammer on that instinct button. Pretty much be like breeding. Don't sass over that so you can press it as much as you want. And I guess with that, I will showcase the brackets. I assume they're updated. Anyway. Perfect. And yeah, funnily enough, Random moves on to the next round. And the winner, or the person playing against Random, is going to be the winner of the match that's coming up just after this one, 420 and Yoshi. And they'll be going, the loser that match will be going down, and they'll be going against, I don't know why. Oh, I broke it. I broke it. Oh, I got it. That will work. I am. I can't interact for some reason, even though I am going to interact and scrolling and dragging, but I can just say it to you anyway. But regardless, nobody has been put up against Supreme Commander Ike yet, but it will be the loser of that 420 and Yoshi match, which will be very soon, hopefully.
Yeah, we're gonna make something happen there probably next minute or so for who to raid, who to main, and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll figure that out in a moment. But yeah, until then, thanks for adminning and co-casting with me for fun, and thanks everybody for tuning in and codes to the raid earlier. And yeah, we'll catch
Glad
you
to be
really soon.
here.
Yeah, glad to have you as always, and we'll catch you soon.